says I'm live. Oh, excellent. Ding, ding, ding. Let me just double check and make sure. Cause, oh, there we go. I'm on. Right, that's it. Let me just check that my sound is on as well. Yep, that's okay. Right, I'll crack on. Hello. Welcome to Tune In Tuesday. Tune In Tuesday with Ali. Me, Ali Brown, to go through just some normal, I just give some hints and tips, not necessarily sort of advice, but some shares, thoughts and ideas for this week to help with running our own therapy business. So let's have a look. What are we going to talk about today? Oh yes, business retreats. Now, you'll often hear, if you know me, you'll often hear me talk about this, about business retreats. And if you follow my social media or receive my newsletters, you will know that you will see that I've been on a couple of business retreats. Excuse me, yes, showing off my new mug. So a couple of, the business retreats. So I've done many at home. And I've done many where I've gone away. So my most recent ones are after COVID. I've done ones where I've hired an Air BnB back at Chepstow, and I've done a couple of days there with working on my business retreat. Pre-COVID, I would stay at Travelodge at Glastonbury and run my little business retreat there just for the evening. At home, I do business retreats either in my garden or down at the park or down at the beach. I've also run a little mini retreat at Lindsley Gardens. I'm doing that. Now, I want to talk to you today about business retreats, what they are, why I do them, because when I'm on them and I'm sharing photographs and what I'm doing on my business retreats, I often get many people saying to me, oh, what a great idea, love the thought of doing that, I must do that, etc., etc. And then I don't see or hear any more about anyone doing a business retreat. So let me start off by putting them in two categories. I also used to do little mini business retreats when I was away on holiday in Gran Canaria. And I probably call them a little mini one when I'm camping. But, not necessarily so much the camping, but definitely when I was in Gran Canaria. So, little business retreats are when you take time out to focus on something. To me, this is my business retreat. It could be totally different to anybody else. This is what I do. This is what I call my business retreats. Is when I take the time for a couple of hours to a couple of days to focus on something specific or specific things to get done for the business. And where I'm getting focus, and it's not everyday stuff. It's something that's specific for the business. Whichever business, whether it's holistics training, whether it's the academy, or whether it's my apothecary. It's something I want to work on specifically, and I don't want any distractions. I can do it in here. I have the lovely space here, but I get distractions. The computer, yes, I can turn it all off, but there's the computer, there's my phone, there's outside, there's family, there's whatever. I can get distractions. So I always detail it down to doing something specific for the business that I don't do in my normal everyday running and working on my business. Something that I want to dedicate the specific time to. So I've also done them in a coffee shop local to here. I will take a time off to a cafe. So going somewhere different to where I normally work, again, focuses the mind and the brain more. Doing it that way than just working and planning it within the office. I've gone down to coffee shops when I want to brainstorm an idea, and I've got a specific bag for business retreats. That bag will hold the notepads, my pens, all my different bits and pieces that I need for a business retreat. So I can just grab that bag and go, whether it's a coffee shop, the beach, the park, or travelling away. If you've seen me travelling away, you will know that I take a big suitcase, that one side has clothes and the other side has laptop, gadgets, different bits and pieces that I'm going to work with. So I can do this if it's a simple thing that I want to just to work on, brainstorm an idea. I can go down the local coffee shop, or I can go down my park and have a picnic blanket or a table. I've even done it at my mum's when I used to go and visit my mum in South Wales, and if I didn't have it set up in the little bedroom I'd use there, I'd have a picnic blanket out in the garden and I'd sit there and have that like a mini business retreat. So I've taken it down the park, again where I've worked on something and I've got different bits and pieces with me. Coffee shops, I've done it down the beach. But what I tend to do now is I tend to save specific tasks to work on when I go off and do business retreat. When I used to go to Gran Canaria, I knew I'd have 4 hours on a plane there and 4 hours on a plane back. 9 times out of 10 on the way back I was normally watching films or just chilling out because I was still on holiday mode. But going there, again, I would have a task and I know I'd have 4 hours to be able to work on something or read something or look at something without getting disturbed for 4 hours. Because, you know, yes, I got my husband sat next to me, but the only time we'd ever made any connection was either having a coffee or do you want this or whatever, that was it. So I would do on the plane and then probably one afternoon on the terrace outside my apartment in Gran Canaria. So I'd have those as business retreats. What I tend to do now, as I said, is I hire an Air BnB, a lovely little one-bedroom cottage, and I use the kitchen table as my business retreat. Now, my business retreat there is different because it is time for me and my business. So I will go off with little girly stuff, and I will have my face masks and foot masks and bits and pieces, and I would have, you know, in the evenings have a lovely shower, face mask, do all that, all the girly stuff, self-care, all the girly stuff that I don't really do when I'm at home. So I would take that time out. I would have my favourite mugs or beakers or food or picky bits, as I call it, snacks. I would have all that there that I don't normally have at home. I would treat myself. Oh God, I mean, I can remember when I first done it, I treated myself to a little tub of Lurpak margarine. Sounds ridiculous, but it just helps to focus the mind that this was a whole special occasion. It wasn't just I'm going off to, you know, work on a business. It was a special occasion for me. Now we always say don't leave things for best, you know, best outfit, whatever. But I'd take comfy clothes. I'd have my warm, comfy socks. You know, I would only get dressed if I was going out the building, going up to the shops to go and get a chippy for my tea or something. Most of the time I would be in my fluffy PJs, my big warm fluffy socks, and I'd hang around in that most of the day. So I do that now in the kitchen. I'd have the table, I would have my laptop, I'd have my iPad, I'd have my notepads, my pens, my gadget bag, would have all my little different bits and pieces that I take with me, not necessarily for emergencies, but just there as backup. I'm trying to think what's in my little bag, but there's extra cables, there's all different bits and pieces that I have in there. And then what I also take is a big sheet of sticky whiteboard that I could just put up on the wall, and then I can write on the whiteboard. So my first task when I arrive after unpacking is I unpack the big white sticky sheet and I put that on the dining table and I write down the tasks that I want to do for the week. Now I've normally wrote it down on my iPad in the list, tasks, things I want to look at. So I look at that and then I break it down what I need to do for each task, and I'll have that list. If I don't get through it, it's not a problem. It's just, it's there what I specifically want to work on for those couple of days or 2 days or a couple of hours, whatever it is I'm doing. It's those specific tasks. Not getting distracted by anything else, it's just those things I'm going to work on. If it makes me think of something else or I get another idea from it, I have the big pens that I can just write on that big white board, big white sticky sheet. I can write on it and it doesn't come through onto the wall behind. I can write on that big sticky sheet anything that comes up for me, and then that comes off the wall, pack it all up, and I can bring it home to look at and work on once I get back home. But I've got the laptop, I've got the iPad, got my notebooks, got my pens, my sticky board, I've got everything there I need to do. What do I do when I'm on my business retreat? My last one was setting up and doing a photo shoot, setting up and doing videos ready to use on reels and different bits and pieces. Catch up on some videos, YouTube videos of a person I follow, Alwyn Oak, if you need to know, and that's oh, it's all right, it's just telling me it's perceiving performance problems. So no, I can't do that one, I keep going. So I get, and I will work on those specific things. I'll look at videos, as I said, I'll have the different treats, different things that I want for myself that I'm looking at. So I've got so there's actions that take place during the day that's for me. Whether I stay up late, whether I get up early, whether I'm sitting there dunking biscuits in tea, whatever, it's down to me. But normally that white sheet of tasks gives me the focus of what I want to get done in that time while I'm in that Airbnb. What I've done before is I've worked on LinkedIn, specifically looked at LinkedIn, at my profile, update my account, and create posts and everything I need to do for LinkedIn and learn about LinkedIn. I've created videos for like a video photo shoot ready to turn into reels. I've done photos that I can then use future within my social media. I've written blogs for the 3 different businesses. So I've looked at that. So these are the things that I work on. I break down ideas. If I've got an idea, I'll then brainstorm it and break it down, because then I've got access to a computer where I can research things to do with that idea, or I can contact people, and I haven't got to worry about going off and cooking tea for the family, or answering the door, or doing this or doing whatever. It's just the focus is on me and that business for a couple of hours, a couple of days, whatever it is I'm doing. So that's what specifically that I work with on a business retreat. Now, as I said, I make it more fun. With the clothes that I wear, the things that I eat, the daft things I take with me. As I said, such as, I've got different plates that I buy, and whether it's for spring, daisy ones, tulip ones, things that I've bought from Tiger and whatever. I've taken stuff like that with me. You might all think, oh God, that's completely batty. But for me, it's fun. It's where my inner child, in a way, comes out, and I have that time to do that for myself. I've done them in coffee, just planning something out where I've got a cappuccino, a croissant, and then my notebooks and pens, and I sit there for 2 hours and I will work on something. And that's what these business retreats do. It gives you the focus. You're already in that mindset that you've got that set time to work on it. You're not going to have anything else but distractions. Some people say to me, oh God, I couldn't sit and do it in a coffee shop because it's a distraction of other people. There is that, but I often find that I lose myself within it. I also use an app on the computer, which is a coffee tea app, that gives you background noise of being in a coffee shop. So again, if I'm working on something in here, I can play that in the background, and that again gives me the focus to work on that without any distractions. So they're the things that I like to do. That's what I do within the business retreat. And again, I get many people asking me about these, and what a great idea, fabulous idea. So what I've sorted out, planning having a get together, a live get together, and it works out it's too expensive to hire the venue for people to go and stay, etc., etc. I done one that I went and stayed at, which was I did one year, and I stayed away with complete strangers I didn't know. It was a good weekend, and we did that, and it's been the one and only business retreat I've done with other people and people I don't know. And again, I got quite a bit done. I'm trying to think when it was now. Norfolk way it was. We did it. It was Norfolk, right on on the coast. Southwold, I think, something like that. It stayed at, and that was good, but it ends up expensive. And I've looked at venues and different things to do, and it's expensive to set up. So I thought I'll have a look, and what I'm going to do on the 30th of October this year, I'm running the one, obviously in this year, I'm going to run an online business retreat, and this is on the 30th of October, so day before Semaine, so we can bring that in to our business retreat, and have that focus within it as well, and the energy from that. And I'm going to run an online one, so we're there from 9 to 1:30 on the 30th of October, and it is called Elevate and Innovate Online Business Retreat. So the thought of it, the strapline of it, is online purposeful progress. And what you will have is 3 sections, 3 hours to be able to work on your business. So you're only going to work on it for an hour, then you're going to have a 15-minute break where we're going to have a stretch, where you're going to be able to have time, go to the loo, grab a drink, whatever, and then we'll come back to it. And then at the end of the session, we're just then going to have a look and see at what you've done, what you've got, any wins, whether there's any light bulb moments. So we're going to be working on our own, but also working together. So we're there to support one another, not for chit-chatting, not for, we can make connections, but it's not for chit-chatting, it's to work on the business. What can you do in that time? You can write blogs, you can plan out promotions, ideas for your therapy business, treatment packages, updating your website, planning out if you want to do a photo shoot, writing out ideas for videos to do. You can plan out a strategy, your strategy for November, or your Christmas strategy. Lots of different things that you can do. I am in the process of creating a business retreat guide, so anybody that books up for this online business retreat will get that automatically. So it helps you just again to say what they are all about, what you can do, how you can set up. Again, when I go away, I've made a little mini travel altar. So when I go on my business retreat, I can set my altar up, and my academy members know that I do an oracle card reading every day, and I'll share an image of that oracle card reading from my altar on my business retreat. So I'm including them on my business retreat. So you can have oracle cards. You can have whatever you want on your own business retreat. You don't have to specifically follow what I suggest. So you're looking at 3 sessions. So check-in, intro and check-in at 9:20. You've got affirmation and meditation. My recommendation would be for the day to create a vision board for the day. Again, you don't have to, but this is my recommendation, is to create a vision board for the day. So words that empower you, words that focus you, visions, images that focus you for that session. But we're going to do an affirmation and meditation. So you may have your own affirmation for the day. 9:25 then is the focus work session 1. 10:25 you've got break. 10:40 then you've got movement and meditation again. 10:50 is focus work session 2. 11:50 you've got a break. 12:05 movement and meditation. 12:15 is focus work session 3, and then 1:15 to 1:30 is review and reflect, and then we close at 1:30. Now we're going to do that for the October session, and what I've already got dates down ready for next year, and I'm going to run 3 sessions, 3 sessions for the year. Is it 3? 4, 8, 12, 3, 6, 9, 12. I think it's 4, 8, 12. I think it's 3 sessions I'm doing. I can't even remember now. How awful is that? I know I've already created the dates and whatever for it, so that we're in and around the Sabbaths that we're looking at for that, that we can again work on our business, so that you know you can plan it into your diary next year that, right, they're the sessions that I'm working on the business. You can save things to keep for your business retreat. So they're the things that I'm looking at, what we're doing with the business retreat there. How can they be of benefit to you? It gives you that focus. It gives you that time. You are giving that concentration of it. So again, manifesting by working on your business in that time. You're manifesting. You're telling to the universe, I'm ready for this. This is what I want to do. It gives you that clear space to be able to work through some package ideas, or write those blogs out, or create those social media posts, everything advised in advance, or look at your website and review it, or just give you that time instead of having to do it and flit around your clients. This is why I like doing it and taking it away, and doing it away from family, doing it away from everything I've got here, and I book up for an Air BnB. Now, I'm offering it online. You can go off and do somewhere during the day that you can get internet access. If you want to, you know, rent an office space for 5 hours or 4.5 hours, whatever, you can do that and work from there with us all together. Or you can spend at home, but set your space up at home for a business retreat with your favourite coffee cup, with your coffee, with your snacks, with your whiteboard or whatever available, with your vision board set up, with your list of different things that you want to do, or one subject that you want to tackle on the day. I've already got mine. Mine's Pinterest. I've had Pinterest sat there now for a good couple of years with just about 2 or 3 articles on them and nothing else. I now want to nail that. I've got loads of things that I can put on it. I want to now have a look at that, set it up and run it properly with Pinterest. So that's my topic, that's my subject I need to look at. So for the next couple of weeks now, through to the end of October, anything that I'm gathering, I will be creating a notebook. Mine will be digital. I'll be creating a digital notebook for my business retreat in October, and it'll all be geared up for Pinterest. That I'll have maybe links to look at, or images to look at, or blogs to read, anything to help me get Pinterest set up right and running ready. So that's my subject that I'll be looking at in October. Doesn't mean you've got to do Pinterest. You could be looking at LinkedIn. You could be writing your blogs. You could be creating your therapy packages. You could be setting up your stuff ready for Christmas. You could be creating your gift vouchers. Whatever it is you want to have a look at or learn that you don't have time for in normal everyday working days, this is what you use your business retreat for. This is what you specifically work on. So put that date in your diary, 30th of October, I'm just going to double check, 30th of October, 9 till 1:30. I will share the link in here, especially underneath this. I will share the link so that you can come and, you know, register. If you've got any questions, ask me here, or email me, or message me if you've got any questions for it. No, there won't be a recording. No, there's no Facebook group, because it is just like being together in a, you know, at some venue where I can't get that. I'm saving you money by not putting a venue and that together. We're treating it online as like we're all together. So there's no recording. If you want to sit there, I'm not stopping you from getting your voice recorder on your phone and recording the sessions on your phone. You can do that. Things like that I've done in the past. I put my hands up. Just don't go sharing it anywhere else. This is private for our own group. But I'm not setting a Facebook group to support one another. I'm not doing that. This is just, we're supporting there in the day. So that's it. That's business retreats. I love them. They're great fun for me because I do what I want to do. And I will do exactly that same thing here. I will have my little altar in here. I will have my favourite mug. I will have my favourite drink. I will have my favourite snacks. I will have everything set up like I do on my away business retreat, but I will have it set up in here. Got to work out, yeah, where I can put my whiteboard, because obviously I've got so much stuff in here. But anyway, that's business retreats. I'd love you to join me. It'd be interesting. But again, it's about getting that online purposeful progress done with working on your business. It's giving your business time. So do join me. And as I said, I will be sharing the links for that. And it is there on my website as well in the events area. The information about it and the link to register through Eventbrite. So thanks for joining me this morning. Do let me know if you're watching this on replay, and let me know, do you do a business retreat, or do you do something similar but don't call it that? You've got your own name for it. Do you give your business time to look at and spend, you know, on things that you need to do for it? I'd be interested to know. But that's it for now. Take care, and I will catch up with you next week. Bye for now.